Yo guys, I have a very interesting video for you. It's a collaboration with Tristan Social. And if you want help with your approaching, fill out the form below. I got you, bro. Otherwise, guys, this video is pretty fire. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Were you into like the RSD, Owen Cook, Mystery, all the old pickup stuff back in like 2010, back in the day?
No, I never got into RSD. My buddy, the person that introduced me to like the idea of game, was my buddy Akili. And when I was in university, like 2017, and he showed me Tom Torero.
I've heard of Tom Torero.
Yeah, he's like the day game model. And that just seeing how, like there was a structure, a system to go and approach people, was like, oh my god, this is fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
But I didn't get to RSD. I heard the name a couple of times here and there, but I never jumped into the ecosystem. But Mystery's out here right now in Bali right now.
Yeah.
I kicked it with him.
No way.
Yeah, a few nights ago.
Sick,
yeah.
Man.
Yeah, we're actually supposed to go out tonight. So.
Word.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that's awesome, man. The one who started it all,
Yeah,
or the grandfather of approaching
Mount
women.
Mount Rushmore, for sure.
That's sick, man. Cool, man. Yeah, dude, I was big into the RST stuff. I was big. I mean, Owen was the guy I was fully bought into, and I bought his programs and stuff like that. And I grew up like really shy, reserved, social anxiety, and kind of just got the courage to break out of that by seeing Owen, who was like lightly autistic and was able to become, RSD Tyler was his name, like Owen Cook, the guy who could pull all the girls with his, while like looking kind of like crazy too, with a big pot belly and all this stuff. But were you shy growing up, or were you like naturally, even in high school, college, still able to riz up girls, approach? And
High school, I learned social skills. Middle school, I got no girls whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like no, that's why I started skateboarding. Is because the skateboarders had girls, and I had no girls in middle school. That was such a big pain point for me. High school, I started to get it. College, I started really, really moving. Just natural though. I didn't study the game at all. It's like I just fucking put myself into the fire a bunch of times because I didn't know the communities existed. So
you just did it.
Yeah, just fuck yeah.
Freaking crazy.
Yeah,
that's sick.
I was horny.
Did it. Yeah,
I wanted some girls.
Natural instinct, man. It's just like, fuck, I want to get a girl.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And so I went to Cal State Fullerton. I started really moving in the dorms. Like there were girls that were like, yeah, I know you're fucking Tristan too, and I'm fucking Tristan too, and they like be cool with each other. And that was just off the muscle. That was just off charisma, like good energy. And yeah, that was the real inception of it. And then I got fucking one of the cutest girls in the dorms. I like started hooking up with her, and then she joined us for a sorority. I didn't join a fraternity, and then like I simped so hard over her. I learned so much from that situation. And I like.
How did you simp over her?
Bro, so like I didn't want her to fail fucking college, so I'm still dogging this girl, and she's like going to frat parties and shit, not doing her math homework. So I did her math homework for her a couple of times, and then like bitch still failed. Like you're not. Both of us are dumb as fuck for that one. Like what the fuck? So yeah, at that point it was like the pussy power was too much. We broke up, and then after that, it's
yeah. But you learned from that,
Oh, 100%, 100%.
Have you ever fell into like the red pill stuff? I don't know if you're into like the red pill stuff, like Andrew Tate.
Yeah, I wouldn't say Andrew Tate's red pill, like, cause
Is he? Yeah, is he not?
My-
I like a lot of Tate's stuff, by the way. I don't think
fuck with
he's.
Tate.
Yeah, I fuck with Tate heavy. He helped me out through a hard time. He got me motivated. He got me to take action.
yeah, I fuck with Tate. No, I got nothing but respect and admiration for Tate. When it comes to red pill, I kind of separate myself from it because I used to think red pill was super cool. I used to think red pill was like, get your status up, get your money up, get your physical up, fucking be like real shit, real top dog. And now all of the like what they've taken red pill and they turned it into is like misogyny and actually like really not liking women.
Yeah.
And I watch it, I'm like, I'll just keep that over there. I'm good.
Yeah.
I like girls, so
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So the biggest thing I get in my comments is because I'm a good looking dude.
Sure.
And the biggest thing I'll get is, step one, be attractive. That's the number one. Or step one, be tall, even though I'm 5'10". But they don't know my height. They just assume I'm tall. And that's the number one thing I'll get in my videos. And when I see that, it's like partially true. Because, it helps to be attractive. But then also, if you go out enough, nightlife, you'll see that looks don't mean shit. Because you can be a really good looking dude and just have a terrible night and not be able to approach. I guess to frame it as a question, what do you think is one misconception people might have about you or about approaching women as a whole that you're just, when you read the comment, you're, oh my fucking God, like here we go again?
Well, I met up with these guys out front of my house yesterday, actually, antisocial.india on Instagram, and one of a common comment is like, this doesn't work in India. This doesn't work in India. And like these guys have a whole channel, like 300,000, 400,000 followers on it, just talking to girls in India. So it's like, all right, it obviously works in India. Another misconception.
That is a common comment I'll get, by the way. It's like, oh, try this in Budapest, Hungary. And I lived there. I'm like, bro, it was like the best out there. It was so fucking amazing. Everyone thinks it doesn't work in their city.
And it's the funniest thing when guys comment like, oh, where is this? And I'm like, bro, it's your backyard if you want it to be. It's like, just go outside to the bars and clubs or like wherever their people are at.
Yeah.
Another misconception is like, when I was first getting started, a lot of guys said, oh, this doesn't work in the United States. It doesn't work in the United States. And granted, it is a little bit easier when you're in a vacation place like Playa del Carmen or Tulum.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to argue that it's not. But I'm going to also let you guys know that I had 100 bodies before leaving California. Like, I was born and raised in California, went to college in Orange County, like fucking stush. Like, bro, if you just go and talk to people, you're going to get some pussy.
Yeah.
Like, I've forgotten more pussy than some guys have gotten in their entire life. I know for a fact I've forgotten fucking girls that I hooked up with more than guys, and it's not because I'm fucking so tall or I'm so attractive or X, Y, and Z. It's because you can use that same argument. I could use it like, say I'm 6'1". There's a guy over here 6'4". Why is he not getting more girls than me? He's taller than me.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, it's because you're attractive. Well, this guy's a model. Why is he not getting more girls than me? And he's taller than me. And it's like, oh, it's because, you know, he's got some money. It's like, bro, there's millionaires getting no pussy right now. So what is it? What's the combination? So the common misconception is like, you need something before you can be something, and you should just be something so you can get something.
Yeah, that's facts. That made me think of like limiting beliefs, and like one limiting belief that I've had was, okay, I grew up in Arkansas. I'm like half Asian, half Italian. I never really fit in, and I never thought that, okay, I can't get the white blonde chick with blue eyes. She's not gonna like me. And then when I started traveling a lot and I started actually approaching, I learned that there are some girls that they like Italian men, like blonde girls that like Italian men. So I had limiting beliefs about what I looked like and whether a girl would like me. And I get a lot of comments as well. People like, oh, well, I'm brown, so this won't work for me in Europe. And that's probably the number one that I've gotten.
Yeah, so if you fight for insecurities, you get to keep them. Like if you say, "Oh, this doesn't work for me," I'm like, I'm not gonna go head to head with your fucking strong ass thinking, bro. I'm just not gonna do it. So if you think it's not gonna work for you, it's not going to work for you. Your mind is going to find situations and circumstances that are going to confirm what you're thinking. So it's like, you know, the phrase like, you are what you think about. Like, it's exactly that. If you think about how girls do not like brown guys, you're going to find all the girls that don't like brown guys, and then you're just going to keep on repeating that pattern of thinking, believing, seeing, achieving over and over and over again.
Absolutely. Dude, my boot camp student right now, he's Mexican.
Yeah.
And that was actually the main limiting belief that my friend and I are trying to wire out of him. Like, bro, there are blonde chicks that love Mexican guys. Love like, you have no idea. Like, you think you can't get that girl, like a white girl, he went like a blonde. He's like, oh, but she's blonde. I never approach those kind of girls. I'm like, bro, if you just believe it and realize that some girls are just going to like you and just own it and the art of allowing, and then sure enough, I'll say, go approach that girl. It'll be like a Russian chick. Be like, bro, no, it's too much. I'm like, just do it. And then he'll do it, instant date. And he's like, holy shit, I've never talked to a girl like that. It's crazy if you just go up and say hi, you know, you can really make a massive difference.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you'd be surprised. It's like when you start throwing shots up. I was thinking about this on the ride over here. Like, there's 8 billion people on the planet, 4 billion women. And then you think about it, like, you don't need 4 billion women to say yes to you. You don't even need a million. You don't even need 1,000 women to say yes to you. If you're dying a virgin, it's just it's a conscious decision at that point. Because actively avoiding situations to talk to people to get laid. So if you have one, then we can refine, then we can like get better. But if you're at 0, then it's on you 100%.
Yeah, man. I feel like a lot of it's a volume issue too. And
absolutely, absolutely. So you're just not talking to enough people.
Like I have a community. I can tell you my process a little bit. I view it as reps. Like, I really get my community guys to be like, okay, how many approaches have you done? 2. Okay, well, don't even think.
Yeah.
It's the first 20 don't count. It's just a warm up. So I'm like, bro, approach 100 girls in one day and see what that does. I know that sounds crazy, but you can do it. You have a Saturday off. Fucking do it. See what happens to your mentality. And that's when, if you're still failing at that point, now we can get into the specifics. Okay, what are you saying? Like, okay, how are you stopping them? Whatever, you know? So.
Yeah, but it's totally doable to, if you're in a high volume place, to approach 100 women in a day. It's going to be a full day.
Yeah.
But you're going to be completely different after that day. Like, there's no way you walk out after 100 approaches and didn't get one good interaction.
It doesn't matter what you look like.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah. You're going to find everybody, dude, a broken clock is right 2 times a day. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Come on.
And I guarantee you, especially in a place like Bali, but everywhere in the world, there's a girl who hasn't been approached in a while. And the next guy that says hi to her, she's just going to be so fucking happy a guy said hi. Even if you fumble the approach a bit, she's just going to be like, oh my God, thank you. And she'll want to talk to you and she'll feel validated. Like, girls like that a lot. And then simultaneously, there'll be a girl, the next guy that approaches her, she's just going to tell him, fuck off. She's having a terrible day. And it's just yin and yang. So, bro, I want to hear more about your process and your community or whatever you offer and however you help guys out. And then, you know.
Absolutely. So I help guys out with, like, I used to try and do like all of dating and like all the relationships. My main process now is helping guys get better at approaching women in the daytime. That is who Tristan Social is. Daytime cold approach. That's my bread and butter. The way that I do it is it's a hybrid approach. So I have one-on-one calls where they're in the field and we're like on Zoom together and I'm in their ear. Say this, say that, slow down your tonality, your pacing. And then it's group calls as well, where we get together in a classroom setting and move and groove in that way. But we're coming actually out with a free school community coming soon with like a bunch of free add-ons there. Because as you've probably seen, there's a lot of guys on your social media that have $0. Like, a lot.
Yeah, we all been there before.
We've all been there before, but a lot of guys that have $0. So we're coming out with, and because to work with me one-on-one, it's like $4,000 minimum, just because of what I've done and the platform that I'd be able to build. But yeah, so there's a variety of options. If you want to get in contact with me personally, you can my DMs. I have a free ebook, and then if you actually read the ebook, you can book a call with me, specifically me, because at the end of the ebook, and 95% of people don't get the ebook, and then 95% of people don't read the ebook. So for the people that do read the ebook and they see that link at the end, there you go.
That's sick. Well, that's hidden gem right there for
anyone.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, get the ebook. Yeah, that's sick, man. And those live calls where you help them out, like through talking, that you can make a massive difference, I bet.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like the people that have worked with me in person, and like I've even had impact on girls' lives. Like when the girls I'm just hooking up with, the girls will come back and be like, yeah, I went to this networking event and like you influenced me to be so much more social and talk to people and like move through life differently. And I'm like, yeah, but like the guys that I work with one-on-one, they all see just massive improvements in personal confidence, social hygiene, X, Y, and Z.
Yeah. Okay, now I have a bunch of questions now.
Yeah.
But the one question I'm dying to ask, how does it affect your dating life being like the dating guy? Because
it's annoying. It's annoying as fuck, dude. It is. Because
what do you do?
Like the thing is, it's a three-edged sword.
Three-edged sword.
Yeah, it's not a dual-edged sword. It's a three-edged sword. Because one edge is like, wow, this guy's famous. He's successful. If she's into social media, if she's into that lifestyle, she can rock with it. But then you have the sort of me just going out and like talking to mad women all day. Like you just see that on Instagram. For a lot of girls, that's a red flag. They're like, no, I'm not doing that. But there's also the third edge where it's like if they do look past the social media and be like, yeah, like, you know what, I'll rock with you. They assume that I know so much more about dating and human manipulation, and it's like, because I know a lot about human communication and body language and X, Y, and Z, but I'll still make mistakes. And they're like, you knew what you were doing with that. I'm like, bitch, no, I didn't actually. Like, you're giving me way more credit than credit is due here. So, yeah, that's why it's a three-edged sword.
That's so true. It's not as glamorous as it looks. A lot of it's just repetition and getting rejected and dealing with that. It's not even as complicated. Girls think that there's some secret technique. There's this secret thing that you're saying. I'm like, no, just
That's the funniest thing, dude. It's like girls will ask like, what's the number one piece of advice that you can give guys? It's like just do more activity, just be outside more, talking to people more. 100%.
Absolutely. Okay, that's I actually kind of felt like it helped me sometimes with quicker lays, because girls, and you can correct me on this, but girls, I feel like they put you into a category of the guy they fuck or the guy that they're like gonna date, and I feel like it's led to some really quick like, well, he's already like he's that guy, so like I'll just go home with him.
I feel like I got laid way more from my social media at 40,000 followers versus 1 million followers, because I feel like there's like an energy or like an aura around me now where it's like, oh, he probably has girls all up in his DMs. My audience is 96% men.
Yep.
96% men. I get surprised when a girl slides in my DMs because when I was 40K, I could, like, I had my reels, like, it was doing street interviews. So it wasn't none of the pickup stuff. But when I had 40K, I had pictures of me. I looked good. I could have an actual layout on my profile. But now that I'm a public figure, it's just video, approach. So yeah, like at 40K, I'd like show my Instagram, and then it's like, oh, he's got like, who's this guy? Yeah. Now it's like, oh, this guy's this guy.
That's crazy, man. Wow. Yeah. Damn. Yeah. I've sacrificed my Instagram for my dating.
Yeah.
Because like I could be posting more reels and stuff, but I like all these girls following me, so I just keep the layout nice and simple. Me boxing, me going on a date, me doing this. But yeah.
I want to give you guys some free game.
Yes.
Your close friends list should be a lead magnet for women. So you meet some girls in person. Maybe they're not texting you back super responsively. Maybe this or that. Put them on your close friends list. Watch them watch your story and only post really high quality content of you doing fun shit on your close friends list, and watch them start texting back. Like instant hack. My boys Damon and Corey taught me that one.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is some G shit. Mental note there. I'm gonna do that. That's smart as fuck. You know, my close friends list right now is all my bros, and I just post like the bro stuff. But I'm switching that. That's effective. That's sick.
You go through your following list. You take a look at the girls that you've either hooked up with in the past or want to hook up with. Throw them on the close friends. Have just like have a backlog of stuff. Like, oh, I was at this club with this table, or like traveling at this place, and just have it just ready to drip, and then you're gonna see them pop up in the views real quick.
And then smart as hell. That's great. I like that. All right, man, dude. I'm struggling to think of a question now.
Sure.
But it's been a good talk. Been very good talk.
I'm happy we got 20 minutes of good content.
Yeah, man. Great content. Content. I guess the last question is, how long, like, since you've been consistently going out, do you see your game like level up every single week, every single year, or do you feel like you're hitting like a point where you're, because dude, your game's fucking good.
Appreciate you.
And when we see it on Instagram, it's like, damn. Not only did you pull it off, but you pulled it off on camera, which to me is a whole nother ball game. It's easy to do without the camera. So do you feel like your game just consistently gets better every single year, or has it hit a point where you're like, this is pretty much the pinnacle of where I could be?
Well, I think I become better every single year. So like my business become better. That gives me another layer of confidence. My social media becomes better. It gives me another layer of confidence. I get a little bit older. There's more confidence that comes with age. But just hanging out with like Mystery and Baxter here in town, seeing their game, and like comparing my game to their game, and then seeing that, I can actually hang with the big dogs. Like, I'm actually legit. Like man. Because I'm in social media land, like 1 million followers. There's me, fucking Eric Ronaldo, and Polo Kid, and then Gerald Huston. Like for the pickup guys, like the point of view pickup guys, it's like us 4 horsemen. But for the OGs of the fucking old cast, to be able to go to a club like Savaya with Mystery and then pick up a girl there and like be able to like compare and contrast in the same car, it's like, oh shit, like, so
that's huge.
Yeah, it's fire.
Yeah,
it's fire to have that like that strength piece of like, because you're only as strong as who you compare yourself to. So if you compare yourself to fucking a homeless guy outside of McDonald's, you're rich as fuck.
Yeah.
Like you're rich. You could be negative $500 and you're still rich as fuck compared to that guy. But if you compare yourself to Jeff Bezos, you're poor as shit in comparison of a monetary sense, not necessarily time freedom sense. We're not going to get into that. But comparing myself to like Mystery and Dexter and seeing those guys and how they move and seeing like, oh shit, like, you know, these guys know a lot. They have such a science and a system behind it, and they've been doing it for years. But to see that I can hang on a social level with them and be like as social as them, move around similarly, like have fun with them in the same regard, that wouldn't have happened if I wasn't in the field doing my reps, like being outside and like being in the field active. So I have felt like I plateaued at points, and then. But that's just because I haven't been doing my due diligence on reading and looking at other people's information, because I can have my own system, but my system is going to have flaws. And these people have systems, and their systems are going to have flaws. But if you really want to get good at this, your time should be spent as much as possible in the field and then in the classroom learning from different people.
Yeah.
Learning. And then eventually what always happens, not always happens, but a good time what happens is like once you get good at this, you turn into a business yourself. Like you start teaching guys and then they start teaching guys, and it's like it's a legitimate business. This thing has been around for over 30 years now, quote unquote pickup. Like going around talking to girls. So it's a real thing.
Yeah, man. No, it is. Awesome. Dude, good stuff.
Yeah.
Awesome interview, bro. Awesome, bro.
Happy
Great.
to have you.
Good
Thank
stuff.
you.
Thank you so much, man. All right. That was a good one.